You're tuned in to Tailgate Talk, where the grill is hot, the drinks are cold, and the sports stories never stop. Hosted by DB Cooper and Itty Bitty Ute, and produced by Hollywood. Grab a plate, pull up a chair, and let's get this tailgate started.
Welcome on into the Tailgate Talk podcast, where the room temperature water is hot and the turkey's cold. I'm DB Cooper. Alongside me, Itty Bitty Ute. Itty Bitty, how we doing, baby?
Dude, doing good. Can I say, turkey is one of the most overrated meats out there.
Okay, go ahead.
Thoughts? Give me your initial feedback on that.
Let's hear what your reasoning is behind that.
I feel like you don't go to a restaurant and you're like, I'm going to get the turkey. It's pretty rare. I mean, there's like turkey subs, sure, I get that. But it is a Thanksgiving meal. And maybe when I'm in Texas and there's smoked turkey available, I will get that. But it's like the third or fourth thing down on my list.
Okay. So my initial reaction to that was actually going to be that I think if you own the opinion that, it's not a hot take on turkey not being the best meat. I feel like it's actually rather common in today's society. People are sharing that opinion more and more that it's just not great. My initial reaction to that always is you're probably just preparing the turkey wrong. Most people do the oven. Most people do the oven with their turkey.
Can't do that.
That's the wrong way to prepare a turkey. But you made a good point with I've never gone to a restaurant unless it's like a barbecue restaurant and gotten turkey. When I go,
like when we were.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say when we went to Texas and drove up to the Oklahoma State-Utah game, that we went to Terry Black's, and I got brisket, I got ribs, and I did get some smoked turkey, and it was unbelievable, but it was like third or fourth on my list.
Yeah. At a legit barbecue spot, the turkey's unbelievable. What came to my mind was Chuckarama. When I'm at Chuckarama, I always go for, the ham first, as far as the meats and slicing it up for me. Ham's first, and then roast beef second. I've never gotten the turkey there
but I do love it during Thanksgiving. It's not like I'm a hater. But after 3-4 days of leftovers, I'm kind of like, I'm good till next Thanksgiving.
That's fair. And we mentioned smoking the turkey. I do think is better than the oven. You can't do the oven if you can't have a legit opinion of a turkey if you've only ever done the oven. Smoking's the next best. The top tier, in my opinion, is deep frying it. Oof.
I've never had deep fried turkey.
Man, incredible. But I think we're good on turkey talk for now. Episode 31. People are going to be wondering what happened to episodes 29 and 30. This is episode 31. We are staying in line and number. This is our 31th. 31th recording.
31th.
We'll get to 29 and 30 later. But before we get to that, itty bitty. Big weekend for college football. The playoff brackets were announced. Championship games were played. What did you enjoy this weekend?
NFL. It was great. Championship weekends are great. It was fun to see at least one close game with Ohio State and Indiana. In the Duke game, too. Every other game was an absolute just boat race. Turned it off at halftime pretty much in all of them. So, it was good.
Yeah, I don't think there's any other noteworthy conference games. Georgia, Alabama was fun for a little bit. Just two good brand names. And then, you mentioned Duke. Virginia was fun if you're like a sicko and needed something. I had money on Ohio State minus 4.5, 2 units. I thought they would boat race Indiana. I really did. I
was with you on that.
About it. And so I was glued into that game, and it was miserable. It was close, but it was miserable. It wasn't. I can lose a bet, but to lose it, chip shot field goal, and it felt like, I don't know, it just felt like they were playing in mud all day. But other than that, and I think there like a Friday there was some good G5 ones. The Mountain West was it's fun to see the blue turf every once a year. You know, it's like the blue moon. JMU and that scene, they're throwing snowballs was fun, and PFT commenter was there. If PFT commenter is listening to this podcast, there we go, add him to the list.
Add him to the list.
Add him to the Hollywood listener list. And lots of just fun games. I think we mentioned all of them, all the ones that mattered.
Noteworthy, yeah. And I do feel bad for a handful of teams that got left out. Vanderbilt being one.
Yes.
Who else? Arizona is another one. Feel really bad about. USC,
I think is deserving.
Yeah.
But like real talk, I thought Notre Dame should have been in. I thought it should have been I thought they got it right, except for instead of Alabama, it should have been Notre Dame. Everything else is right for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I am with you. I do hope that pushes Notre Dame to join a conference. With their cakewalk schedule, they should be in the playoffs every year.
Yeah.
Like, that was an absolutely disappointing year for them. But I am with you. A 3-loss Bama team, and they got blown out and lost to 2 unranked, like, bad teams.
Yeah.
You can't put them in.
And like, Notre Dame, they went on a 10-game winning streak. They lost 2 games, but they were the first 2 games of the year and against other playoff teams, two playoff teams, like Miami and Texas A&M. So, like, I don't know how you punish them for scheduling those 2, and then they came back from it, and they didn't just win 10 straight. They kind of, like, actually, like, demolished everyone 10 straight, especially, like, Stanford. They put, like, 70 up on. I thought it should have been Notre Dame. I thought they were playing the best. Jeremiah Love, I think, is the best college football player. But for those that didn't see, I'll just run through it real quick. Indiana was the top seed. They get a bye. Ohio State was the 2 seed. They get a bye. Georgia was the 3 seed. They get a bye. Texas Tech. They even play this weekend. They just won the conference outright in the regular season. Texas Tech with the 4 seed. They get a bye. And then top to bottom, you got 5 versus 12. James Madison goes to Oregon. We'll mention that in a second. Then we got probably the best one, Friday, December 19th. Alabama at Norman, Oklahoma against the Sooners. December 20th is a rematch of like a blowout, Tulane at Ole Miss. And then December 20th is a rematch. No, not a rematch. Common opponent rematch. Miami at Texas A&M. 2 G5s. People, I didn't know this, but people let me know, I guess. Somebody let me know. I don't know who let me know. But the conferences aren't tied or guaranteed a spot. The conference championship is not guaranteed a spot. So Miami's in there as the ACC representative, but that's not because they won the conference. It's the 5 conference champions that are the highest rated. So ACC, Duke won. They weren't even ranked. So
yeah, they were a 5-loss team. Yeah.
So for those wonder, that's how 2 G5s get in there. And James Madison and Tulane. James Madison got in because the winner of the ACC was not ranked. James Madison was. So they were the 5th highest ranked conference champion. That's how they're going to Oregon. It's a mess, bro. I think
it's a disaster.
Yeah, it's a mess. The playoffs is a mess.
I am very anti Dave Portnoy, especially as of late.
Sure.
But he is on to something. You get all these people making the conference, they lose their championship game, and they get kicked out. Yeah. And then Bama doesn't drop a spot.
Yeah.
And they got blown out. They didn't just lose. They got their ass kicked. I always look back to that USC team in 22 that Utah beat. We beat them, and they dropped like 9 spots, dude.
Yeah.
They dropped 9 spots.
Well,
and look, the team down south, like, yeah, they don't deserve to be in, I don't think, but they got f***ed, bro. They got f***ed hard. It makes me happy, but
if you watch their game, which Lord knows we did, they don't look like one of the 12th best teams. I think if they played Alabama instead of Oklahoma, I think if Alabama was coming to Lavelle Edwards, I think it would be similar to that Texas Tech game. I think it would be a 3-touchdown win for Alabama.
Yeah.
I'll throw my house on that. They're not in that top 12. I'm sorry, our friends to the south, but it is a mess. It sucks. Like, inclusion's good, and we were the little guys once upon a time. So I gotta feel happy for Tulane and James Madison.
Mm-hmm.
But no one in the right mind would ever bet or seriously think that either of those teams can win 4 football games and win the national championship.
Yeah.
In this tournament.
Yeah, they got to put up more guardrails. I'm very anti-expand playoffs. I think it should be 4. Because outside the top 4, it's just kind of like, eh. And it ruins the regular season games. I think we talked about it. Like Ohio State last year when they lost to Michigan. It didn't matter. The regular season games don't matter unless you're in the Big Ten or SEC. But for us, we have to go 11-1 and probably win the conference championship to get in.
Yeah, it's an official. The Big 12 is a one bid to league. If we couldn't get 2 teams in this year of all years, I don't know how we'll ever get more than 2, unless it's if they keep the same thing with the conference championships, which I don't think they'll do after this year, and seeing how it all played out. But if that whole thing keeps the same, I don't know. The way that it's currently set up now, the Big 12 has no chance to get 2+ teams in the playoffs.
Yeah. And again, to your group of 5, the little guy comment, I don't think it should be an automatic bid. I think if there's a situation like Boise State last year where they go 11-1, they win their conference, let 1 in.
Yep. But still, even like no one thought that Boise State team. No one thought that Boise State team could win the national championship last year. No one. That was. So here's the thing. I might run for president someday, not because I want to, but because of
you have to.
I might have to.
Yeah.
And why I might have to, you could probably come up with a million reasons, but why I might have to is because of college football. And no one is going to fix this except for president someday. I have the way to fix it. And I'm going to run on this, and I'm going to win the presidency. It's so simple. I think you leave it at 12 teams. I think you officially detach the I'm sorry. I'm sorry to our group of 5 friends. I'm sorry to our friends in Logan. I'm sorry to our friends in Boise. But you got to detach. The group of 5 has to go play in their own division where they can win a national championship. They can legit win national championships because there's no way an Aggie ever feels like they could ever win a football national championship as it's currently constructed. So
yes, nowadays, I mean, Idaho won one, right, back in the 70s, but like that was the setup there. Nowadays, there's no chance they could do it.
There's no chance Utah State could ever go and win a national championship in the current construct. So you officially break those off. P4 does their own 12 teams, 4 conferences. The top 3, no at-larges, no committees. No at-larges, no committees. All guaranteed spots. Each conference gets their top 3 teams in the field. You play a regular season. Whoever finishes 1 and 2 is in the conference is guaranteed they're in. And then 3 and 4, and however the tiebreaker or whatever you have to do there, but 3 and 4. 4 goes to 3 to play a game at 3 on what is conference championship weekend now. Winner gets the final spot in their conference to represent their conference in the playoffs. And then you have a 12-team format. There's no committee. There's no this team should be in, this team should be in. It's all done with any tiebreakers that are handled preseason and agreed upon preseason, and then you play the season how it is. And I think it would fix it all. I think it'd be extremely entertaining. I think you could look at legitimately team 1 through 12 and say any of those teams could win the national championship.
Yeah,
more so than you can this year.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It's light years better. I like that plan. I will say the SEC and Big Ten will hate that plan.
Yeah, they would never
'cause
agree
they-
with it. That's why I'm saying it has to be from the president.
Yeah.
It has to
they
be
think-
enforced from the president. Be like, this is how it has to happen. Or you guys go.
They
to
think it should be
Guantanamo Bay.
5 each.
Yeah.
One Big 12, one group of 5.
And people will say that's unfair because like it's going to be easier to win the ACC. Well, then maybe that kind of balances everything out again. And Ole Miss that goes, well, we don't really have a chance to get finished in the top 3 of the SEC very often. Maybe they want to go to the ACC. Or maybe Nebraska wants to go back to the Big 12 because they realize it's just a little bit easier in the Big 12 than it is in the. And it just balances everything out again, right?
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, then tough luck. I mean, Texas probably could have had it easier in the Big 12 to make it in my playoffs when I'm president. Texas probably could have had it easier in the Big 12, but they ran for the money with the SEC, and so they're going to get paid a little bit more money, but it's going to be harder to get in the playoffs, and that's the decision that they made.
So let me ask you this: because the ACC is next to explode, right?
Yeah.
They're going to dissolve, and then the Big 12 is right after that. So in a Power 2 conference, what is the playoff? Just top 12 teams? Top 16 teams?
That's a good question, bro. I don't know if it's gonna, because I don't know if there's 2 conferences, is there gonna be 60 teams and 30 in each conference or what? So I don't know what the conference size will be. I don't know if we get to 24 team playoff before we even get to the 2 conferences. So I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know.
I hope not, dude. I hope not. No 4 or 5 loss teams should even be sniffed, and.
Yeah.
I even think 3 lost teams shouldn't be sniffed, but it's crazy.
It sucks. It's like, we're in year 2, and the conversation all morning this morning was conference championship games don't matter. And it only took 2 years of this 12-team playoff for people to realize that. I feel like with the 4-team playoff, they still mattered, and it was fun. It's only a matter of time as they continue to expand it that soon that final week of the season won't matter anymore, and rivalry week won't mean as much, and as they keep expanding, the regular season will just matter less and less and less and less. And if you don't believe me, just look at basketball in the NBA. Sad stuff, but our Utes are bowling. Viva Ute Vegas, baby.
Yeah.
Any desire to go down to the Sun City?
I definitely have desire to go to warm weather and gamble, but it's probably not in the cards for the itty bitty family. You?
Yeah, no, I don't think it is in the cards for the DB household either. But any Ute fans traveling down there, I think we got a decent amount of Utes in Vegas and in southern Utah drivable range that I think will represent. I hope we represent okay. I don't expect much. And I know we'll get
plus
on Twitter for it, but
every student at the university should be in Vegas for New Year's, anyways.
But it's hard because I did, like, out of curiosity, just look up hotel prices. They're $500 a night. Like, college kids can't afford that. And then it's New Year's Eve, which is cool. But do you want to be on the roads of Vegas trying to, maybe if you booked a hotel in Mesquite, do you want to be driving on a dark I-15 on New Year's Eve? Probably one of the most dangerous nights of the year on those streets. So, I don't know.
I feel you.
Not the greatest situation as a fan, unless you're just uber rich or want to risk it and live close. But
yeah, I will say I'm super proud of Utah and Nebraska for accepting the bowl invite.
Yes.
I get it. If you don't make the playoffs, it's kind of like bowl games are worthless. They really are. But now I'm starting to see some value because Kansas State, Iowa State, they're paying $500,000 to not play.
Yeah.
And in a world where NIL runs the show, you need that money. And I don't care who you are, you still need that $500,000. And plus, you get money for going, right? And then if you win, you get extra money. So, this is like an $800,000 swing for Utah just to go and play.
Well, let me ask you this: will it be worth it if Devin Dampier tears an ACL?
No.
And misses next year?
Absolutely right.
So let me ask you this. Next follow-up question: do you think we see either Devin Dampier or Bird Ficklin?
I think so because they're coming back. But you know our people going to the pros aren't playing. There's no way Spencer Fano plays.
Yeah, and I don't blame him. Like,
Yeah.
people forget what happened to that the Michigan tight end, that Jake Butt kid. He played in a meaningless bowl game, and he was like a projected first-round pick. Played in a meaningless bowl game, tore his ACL. Didn't have any eligibility remaining, and went like 7th round in the draft, maybe even undrafted, and he was cut within 2 years. And like, that's just like life changing, because even if he still gets cut within 2 years, if you make that first round draft money, you're set for life. But if you fall past like that, those first 2 rounds, it's not really set for life. And he did it for what, in a meaningless bowl game? So like, I don't blame these college kids that are going pro for sure.
Yeah, there's got to be some contract in there, you know, at least language in their contracts saying you have to play in the game or not. I don't know.
I would only want that if it was the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know, if it were me, I think I would have IW11 play. See what he's got. If he lights it up, maybe get some good offers. You know, maybe he doesn't get any good offers, but maybe he does get good offers to transfer. And if he doesn't light it up, I think it's just another like, okay, like this guy really doesn't have it. So I would give him the prep. I don't think I would not, for sure, I would not play Devin Dampier. Not for a single snap. I wouldn't practice him. I wouldn't play him. He's not going to get. He's pretty much capped out on his abilities. Right. He's not going to get any better, in my opinion, from this bowl prep.
Yeah.
Don't risk it.
Plus, he's hurt already.
Yeah. Let him heal. Let him recover. It's all in for next year. I still wouldn't play Bird Ficklin. We know what we have in him. I don't. Maybe play him the first half. I'd be protective of Bird. I would play Isaac Wilson. Let him sling it.
Yeah. Play Luka. Play Isaac. Play Creed Whitmore. Play
absolutely every senior that hasn't gotten any playing time or enough playing time, and this is it for them. Play them.
Yeah.
Play them.
Absolutely.
If you think a guy's probably transferring, which I imagine these coaches know of some, I know a lot of them. They say shock them. I have a hard time believing that, but if you know a guy's probably going to transfer, don't play him as much. Give it to the guys that have dedicated 3-4 years.
Yeah. I'm still shook that we started and played Bryson Barnes last year in the Vegas Bowl, or 2 years ago. Yeah. Well, that was crazy.
He earned it. Who else were we going to play? Brandon Rose, UMass. Okay. Anything else on the bowl game? What if it's? Do you think it's Coach Witt's last game?
I could see it being his last game. I could see him and the university officially announcing it. So it's like his last. Like let's get fans down to Vegas to support Witt.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, if it's not the playoffs, I hope it's the Vegas Bowl every single time.
You're right.
We don't need to go to Texas. We don't need to go to LA. We don't need to go anywhere else.
Good call.
Just Vegas.
Yep.
So if it's announced, I might make a push to go down there.
Yeah.
But I am leaning towards he's staying.
All right.
If I had to put a bet, if I had to put money on the table, he's staying one more year.
Yeah. I don't know if he wants to cap it off in the Vegas Bowl.
Yeah.
I think if we go back to the Vegas Bowl or worse next year, I would hope that he would see the writing on the wall. But it would be nice to see him go out in a one that really matters. Win or lose, you know.
Agreed.
Yeah, Vegas would be fitting in some sense. It was a bowl game for a lot of years that this program saw a lot of growth in, especially like early 2000s. Beating USC down there was huge for the program, and he was a part of that. So it would be fitting in a lot of ways, but I would hope he could go out a little bit bigger of a platform.
Agreed.
What if he just doesn't show up?
Just Scally. That would be insane. Yeah. I would say I kind of want to look into the way too early 2026 schedule.
Sure.
obviously there's going to be a lot that changes with the transfer portal, who we get in, who we leave, other teams, obviously. But I think it's favorable for the Utes to go 10-2 or better next year. So my favorite tradition is our Thursday start. So we play Idaho at home. And then we play Arkansas at home. And then Utah State at home. So 3 home games right off the bat. Our road games in the Big 12 is at Arizona, at Cincy, at Colorado, at Iowa State, at TCU. So there's some tough ones. Maybe like TCU, depending on Cincy, maybe at Arizona, but they could get gouged in the portal too. So we just don't know. And then we're home to Houston, Kansas, West Virginia, BYU.
Duh.
So 7 home games, 5 road games.
7 home games is beautiful.
Setup.
It's light. I agree with you. It does feel light. It does feel like I think 10-2 should be the base expectation for the fan base. For a tailgater, I love 7 home games. It's been a minute since we've had 7, I feel like. Maybe I'm forgetting. But it will be hard to swallow because, when you get 7 games, it's the shoe-in that ticket prices increase. That's when they add it. And then it still is like a dagger to the dick when we think of like as far as like teams coming in, the big names next year. They got the Holy War, which is what it is. It's great to have a ticket to that one. I will admit that. But I mean, outside of that, it's Arkansas, which is cool. It'll be cool to see. But that would have been like equivalent to Oregon State. And then we got Houston. That's
Kansas, West Virginia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Compared to, I had a lot of pinch me moments when I was watching USC and Oregon and Washington and UCLA out there warming up on Rice Eccles turf, and I'd pinch myself and lean over the person next to me and go, I can't believe that they just come here every other year, and
yeah.
Now we get Houston.
Yeah.
No disrespect. With all due respect to Houston.
No, with all due respect. Like, no wonder why Ute fans get a bad rap, because it's just like we had it. We had it good.
It was so nice.
We were so good, and
so nice.
We don't play Tech. We don't play Arizona State. Probably the 2 of the top 4 favorites to win the conference, I would say. But that's probably my guess. It's probably Tech, Utah, BYU, Arizona State to win the conference this year. And we don't play 2 of them.
Tech, BYU, Arizona State. And you said us? Or who was the 4th? Yeah.
Probably your top 4.
Yeah, I'm trying to rattle off in my brain. Yeah.
Iowa State could be a tough game, but they just lost their coach. They're probably going to lose a bunch of players. Probably going to be one of those years.
All of our road games, like, the environment could be tough. Like, I think Cincinnati has a night game thing that could be tough. Arizona, just history-wise, us in Arizona seems tough. It's always tough.
Always tough in Tucson.
Yeah. Iowa State, environment-wise, should be tough, but like you said, like lots that they're going to be replacing. Who knows how they bounce back from that? TCU like could be tough, but if it's at the end of the year and they're out of it the way they were this year, who knows? I know Sonny Dykes is on the hot seat potentially down there. They could be without a coach. With our luck, he'll get let go the week before us, and then they'll be fighting. They'll have that interim coach fight against us that used to happen every time we played USC, it felt like. Could be tough, but also could be nah.
Yeah. I know we kind of had a rough agenda, so it's kind of going away from that. But I want to get your thoughts on the team down south extending Sataki.
Ooh. I don't believe for a second he was ever a legit Penn State guy.
Really?
I don't think. I mean, I think that they they thought so. I think Penn State got to the point where they needed him, but I don't think there was ever a sliver in his mind that said he was ever going to go to Penn State. I think him and his agent did a great job getting his name involved, and then once it was involved, I think they did a great job of playing along. But I think it was all a bit of a PR thing. They announce it literally. It gets leaked like 2 hours before the Tuesday night show, and then it becomes officially signed and announced officially like 5 minutes before the playoff Tuesday night show goes off. It's like, that's just too much of it's. Look, BYU, the church, all of it. It's really good at the PR game, and I think it was all a PR play.
Yeah,
that's all. I don't think he was ever going anywhere. I think it's worse off for them. I think they would have been.
I think so too. Yeah. I'm more scared of other coaches on their staff than him.
Yep.
And I think by extending him, because he had like a 9-year extension already, and then another one on top. He's gonna be there for life.
Yeah.
So coaches that are wanting to coach again, they're gonna dip, and it's gonna hurt them.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, and I know at like one point we were hearing like Lavelle Edwards' widow. All due respect to Sister Edwards, she was meeting with Kalani to try to convince him to. I think they probably met.
There's no way.
And the moment that the door closed, Kalani said, "I'm not leaving. Let's just chat about." How good your apple pie is, and let's put on the prices right. And like there's no way Sister Edwards, with all due respect, there's no way she convinced Kalani like, you're coming back, bro. He's always been destined to be Lavelle 2.0.
Plus, like, I don't know, I'm sure he's a great guy. He was loved at the U when he was there. Good recruiter, but he's lazy, from what I understand. And, I know there's not a single coach at the U right now that's lazy. And I think they're on a great run right now. I think timing-wise, it's just kind of lined up perfectly for them. But I think it's going to come to an end in the near future.
Yeah.
Maybe not next year. I think they're going to have a good year next year. But, moving forward, I don't know. I don't see it.
We'll have plenty of time in the offseason to dive deeper into our predictions for them next year. I will say, I do think Bear Bachmeier will have a sophomore slump.
Agreed. I think people will figure him out. You just got to tackle him. That's it.
A year of that's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Just wrap
we couldn't
him up.
Do it.
Just step in front of him and wrap him up.
Let me get my Dr. Pepper here.
Cheers. That's all you gotta do. No, I think these defense coordinators pretty much had no film on him this year to prepare for him until the end of the year. But I think these defense coordinators, they have a target on their back now, as in BYU, and these DCs are gonna have a whole offseason to study that guy's game to the finest pinpoint, and I think he's going to struggle. I mean, kind of saw it this weekend. If they played, I don't know if they played, but if you can limit him, he's not great. Suddenly his ankle hurts.
Yeah, convenient.
That's good. Anything else with Kalani going down?
No.
Yeah, I'm much more scared of Jahill. Another thing that happened this weekend was busy weekend. Crazy to have one show on busy week is what I meant.
Yeah.
Utes signed their high school recruiting class. I used to be a fiend for the high school recruiting. I think as age happens, you grow out of it a little bit, but also the transfer portal kills it. It used to be like signing day, and it was like, we're going to see these guys play football at the U for 3 to 4 years, and it was exciting. Obviously, there was always going to be an exception that you might not see everyone, but for the vast majority, you're going to see these guys for the next 3 to 4 years. No longer feels like it's the case, which has put a kind of a damper on it. That's all right. Still exciting times. for our recruiting class, signed 2 of the highest recruits in Kelvin Obot and Salisi. Apologies if I'm not pronouncing it correctly. Moa, Ben Moa's child. Any other thoughts or anything else that you had on the signing day class?
Yeah, I'm with you. I think with the transfer portal and NIL, it's kind of ruined that high school recruiting. Like, I was super pumped. We got Christian Thatcher last year, and he's already in the portal. So it's kind of like, well, he's gone now. So, but with the trends of like what we thought Utah was going to do was, get what we need in high school and go hard in the portal.
Yep.
And that's kind of what we saw the last 3 to 4 years. And to have still like a really good recruiting class, it makes me excited. So, there's still a chance that we could see these kids for 2-3 years and have a really good transfer portal. So
yeah, I got a couple thoughts as well. And before I dive too far deep into it, I should say, me and Itty Bitty are not grinding the high school tapes.
No.
So we're not fooling anyone here that we know exactly how these guys are going to turn out. If you need that type of information, Bartle, I think, is probably the best at it. Follow his stuff, ask him questions. If he doesn't know, I'm sure he'll point you to somebody better in the recruiting game. But a couple things did stick out to me with these recruits. And again, I'm not grinding high school tapes. I don't know how to pronounce these guys' names. Usually has to come a couple games at Rice Eccles when I hear it over the loudspeaker. But couple things.
Couple things.
Okay. First off, if I was building this program, I'd build the trenches. I would spend all the money in the trenches. I feel like they did that. Offensive tackle was our highest rated recruit in Kelvin Obot, 6'5",
Jeez,
265. Dude, this is the issue of people don't realize. Side note: people don't realize how hard it is to podcast with sunglasses on. 6'5", 265. He was a 5-star. Kelvin Obot. I think it's Obot. And then Matali Benjamin, offensive tackle, 6'7", 315. Moses Sparks Jr., 6'4", 280. Rowdy Pierce, 6'3", 285. So we spent some good money, I think, in the trenches, which is what I'm about. I think that's what we have to do to compete. First thing that stood out to me, how many, one of the names I mentioned, Moses Sparks Jr., how many times are we going to hear Moses Sparks the Red Sea?
Oh, I like it.
How many times do you think we're going to hear that over 4 years?
Oh, I think.
And keep in mind what we just talked about, though.
Yeah.
With the transfer portal.
I mean, once we start getting some more sponsors, we can start throwing some commission these some NIL to these kids.
Dude, yeah. I mean, sure. I think you come up with a lot of funny and clever play-ons on the Moses parting. So we got Moses Sparks, and we're Red Sea. Moses Sparks.
I love it.
So
the Red Sea. And then Rowdy, dude.
Yeah, Rowdy.
Yeah, an offensive lineman named Rowdy.
Yeah, Rowdy Pierce. He's probably going to be the best of all of them.
Yeah,
of all the offensive linemen. Rowdy Pierce, for sure.
Yeah.
He's the lowest rated, as I look on 24/7, he's the lowest rated recruit of the ones that I mentioned. As far as the offensive line goes, he'll probably be the best, Rowdy Pierce.
Oh, yeah. Jim Harding, we trust.
Another good one for recruiting info. If you're on Twitter, Dan Sorensen, look him up. He's been in the community for decades. Old guy like Hollywood. He put out a good tweet. Should look it up. But he listed off all of our offensive recruits and said, interesting fact, they all won state championships in the shot put.
Whoa.
I think that's great. I think that's him.
They're athletes.
I think that's him Harding at work.
Yeah.
I think he knows the type of player he wants. And it's not all about how built you are. You got to show that you're an athlete. and you got
Yeah.
legit power.
Damn,
If you ever
that's
try-
crazy.
What do you think would happen to your shoulder if you tried to shot put?
Oh, it'd go with the ball. Yeah, it would be attached to it, dude. It would go with it.
Oh, that's so good. Any other thoughts that you had on our recruiting class?
The flip from the number one recruit in the state. I did see we have the number one recruit in Utah, number one in Idaho, like the second in Oregon, number one in Nevada,
Number
and
one
New
in
Mexico.
Oregon. Bell is the number.
Bell
one.
is the
I think
number
they were
one in
all-
Oregon?
I think they were all number ones. Maybe I'm wrong on that.
Look, we don't need. We don't need
Arkansas,
37.
We got the Gatorade
yeah.
Player of the Year 2-time, the quarterback at Arkansas. I think. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
It's great. We don't need 37 3-stars like West Virginia is doing.
Yeah.
We just need 10 really good high school recruits, and to flip one from Tennessee is incredible.
Yeah.
He's going to be the next Marcus Williams.
I'm pretty confident too that like the dudes that play will stick around. I think we're getting to that point. Kids are going to start realizing like if I'm looking like I'm getting legit playing time, especially as an underclassman, freshman, sophomore, I'm going to stick around. I think it'll become more back to the juniors and seniors that the writing's kind of on the wall that are transferring. I think maybe that's just my hope, but I think that's what we're going to get back to.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I think a lot of these guys, you take a smaller class. A lot of these guys should be able to impact early. If not, I don't know. But that's good.
Yeah, and I know it's a disaster, NIL and the portal, but I think we're starting to see like the Cam Calhouns and the Zal Williams leave for a bag and not play.
Yeah.
And now they're like, damn, I kind of want to play again, So I think we might see a trend where, stuff kind of mellows out a little bit.
Yeah.
And we do get kids staying for at least 2 years, not just coming for a year and dipping, but
Yeah.
we're probably a couple years out from that. But
I hope, bro. Again, I hope. I predict that it's going to happen. I'm with you on that, but I'm worried that it's just my hope that it's blinding that prediction.
yeah, it could be.
Because I also am like, man, if it was my kid, and it was like, if my kid was in Cam Calhoun situation, and the kid was like, I can go make a mill over here, or like 100,000 over here, I'd be like, go take the mill.
Yeah.
Like, why'd you even ask?
plus-
Why'd you even ask?
Yeah.
Like the
Plus you
next level is not guaranteed for anyone. Like, go get it.
no. Yeah. Plus you've seen the Bama co-eds, dude. Go out there. Go have fun, bro.
Yeah, if you don't like it, you can always go back.
Yeah.
I'll take you.
Yeah.
Exactly what I'd be saying. So I can't really fault these guys, but sucks as a fan.
Yeah. Nate Johnson, dude, he got his taste in Tennessee, and then he came back.
His taste. Oh, that's dirty. Anything else on the recruiting class?
No. I think
Or
that's
anything
it.
else regarding this last week?
That's all I got.
Okay. I mean, we're kind of up at time. Thanks
Yeah.
for tuning in. This has been Tailgate Talk Podcast, episode 31. We appreciate having you. And go Utes.
We got to give a shout out to our sponsor.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, our sponsor. Yeah, hang with me. Yeah, of course, our sponsor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that contract goes into the off season. They paid us for the off season too. That wasn't just the regular season.
I think it's up to bowl game. After bowl game, we got to renegotiate, but
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Welcome to Aerotech Manufacturing, proud sponsor of the Tailgate Talk podcast. First supporters, only supporters. Aerotech Manufacturing opened its doors in 1967. Locally owned, locally operated in North Salt Lake. Any of your precision sheet metal fabrication, radiant ceilings, panels, or carpet cleaning truck mount needs, Aerotech Manufacturing in North Salt Lake is who you need to see.
amen.
As I'm sure a lot of you can have noticed by now, we're missing a fellow, and we're missing a couple episodes. I mentioned that early in the podcast. We're on episode 31. If you go to our YouTube, the last upload was 29, 28. we don't have 29 or 30 uploaded. 29, Hollywood overcooked the meat on Thanksgiving, couldn't get it uploaded. It happens. 30, we had what I thought was a great episode. You were crying. We had an independent party review the tapes, and they said I looked like a crazy person. I agreed with that, but I thought it was hilarious. Hollywood did not like it. Hollywood said, no, we will not release the files. And it kind of became a little bit of a do-to-do.
Nothing to be alarmed about. It's just a man pointing a bull tranquilizer at a coworker.
But regardless, Hollywood has decided that he has other priorities and a busier schedule, which we understand, and we appreciate everything he did for the Tailgate Talk podcast. Would not probably be here without him. So appreciate it and love you, Hollywood.
Yeah. I think we should have a moment of silence.
Good call. Want to lead us?
Yeah. Please pause for a moment of silence for Hollywood. Thank you.
Thank you. Hollywood, we love you. No hard feelings. We understand you're busy. You're welcome to be a guest anytime you want to come on the Tailgate Talk podcast. And anytime you want to pop in, I'm sure the audience would love to hear any updates you have on the Red Hawks 10-year-old football team. Release the tapes. I think the people want to see the tapes. I want the people to judge for themselves who was in the wrong with the tapes.
Yeah. We don't know if the Tailgate Talk U files or the Epstein files are going to be released first, but one of them will be released. We just don't know which one. So
it's anyone's game, anyone's business. Release the tapes. And with that, I think we should give a Hollywood salute. Go Utes.
Go Utes.